the North Cat, baby, I'm a boss. Carolina barbecue sauce with the slaw. I'm the safe, the cellar, and the vault. I'm the best, the effect, and the cause. I'm the law.
Solid game. We saw that on day one with the likes of Tempo Storm, who ended up having 2 last places and still made it through. And of course, on day number 2 as well with Genesis, but after they had some struggles early on. So with 4 games still to play, in saying that though, Poro, these 2 games now is where you really need to strap your boots on and pick up some points, because you do not want to go into Miramar chasing that many points.
No, absolutely, especially if you consider yourself to be an Erangel team, which gotta assume a lot of these teams do feel that way. But we are already in the plane. We are already heading over the island. You can see, get an idea of what the plane path looks like from that picture, and everybody should be good to go to drop out of the plane. Armory and Sun Sister dropping out very early here.
Rumble is going to get down to that Lepelka region. I mean, maybe Georgia Paul might be a bit difficult, but potato, it should be all fine here for game number 3. As you said, last game now on Erangel, at least for this weekend. And of course, for the elimination stage, Sandhawk to follow after this. And well, from what we've seen so far on the weekend of Sandhawk, it's crazy, it's chaotic. You can't necessarily go in too much with a game plan to back you up.
Absolutely, and you know, we got a little bit of a taste in last game from Armory Gaming.
We saw one circle that actually went down to Sosnovka Island, and they wanted to get to the bridge, and they got there too late because they weren't on their usual rotation path. Now, look, well, unfortunately you can't see, but they've moved so early here as Kindesu is closing in on Duckmans, and for Armory Gaming, it's a tough start. DMG knocked down, of course, he's going to be finished off. He was by himself. Duckmans is also by himself here too. Armory Gaming just had some success, and it might automatically backfire here in game 3.
Yeah, this is kind of what we've been seeing from Duckman recently here, is that he's just been getting caught out very early here, as we see Gaba already making his way over. There's a unoccupied Ghost Dacia making its way across as well, but look at this, Duckman wants a piece of this. He's got a limited amount of ammo. He knows he's got to push it. He gets Kindesu down to about half. Just past half, he's going to get the down as well, but look at Crazy Sam is coming.
Yeah, he's right there, pulls up, but he pulls up too far away, can't save Kindesu. And now all Crazy Sam has done is make it a 1v1. There's that Team Liquid rotation that I was talking about. They're able to now get across the bridge super early, something they weren't able to do yesterday. Of course, now that they've got Pachinki to themselves, and we'll see how that plays out for Team Liquid. Maybe this will be their game here. Duckmans has so far made something out of nothing, but he's still got 3 members of Sun Sister around this location. A 1v3 here for Duckmans.
19 rounds in that AK. I'm not sure what he's holding. He's got a Vector. I don't know how much ammo he's got for that, but looks like SST might be discretion, might be a little bit better part of Valor. No, Gaba! He's going to find him, spot him out. The train, oh my God!
Duckman's got the knockdown onto Gaba. He should have had no right to do that, but he did. Crazy Sam, they had the numbers, Sun Sister, and they will get Duckman's before he could cause any more inflictions upon Sun Sister. And now they can breathe for the time being. 2 easy points in the end for Sun Sister. Maybe not too easy though, as Envy here towards southwest Milta. They've also got Detonator around them.
Detonator, Envy, and QM up to the north as well, as we see Armory now finally coming over to provide a little bit of support for their fallen teammate. They're going to find Crazy Sam. The rest of the 2 members of Sun Sister hiding in the smokes now, trying to get in their vehicles and see if they can get out of this.
Lots of fighting early happening because of this phase 1 circle down to Sosnovka Island. But what's crazy is this fight between Armory Gaming and Sun Sister is around that Stalber region. It's so far away. Pride, Interrogate, both eliminated by Aqua 5 and Akari. But Detonator, who are sitting in 15th position, crucial for them that they start to turn their fortunes around here in match 3. And for Envy, it's not looking good. Moody, Pat Caps, it's time to go and head it over the bridge.
Bad news early for Envy. They are sitting in 7th place. They do get 2 out of this, and it looks like they should be able to make it across the bridge. Nobody really hard camping this, with the exception of G2 at the intersection.
Really?
We can actually see TL running into infantry in the kill feed here, so a nice couple of kills picked up for them as we check on our care package. And yep, here we go. The fight kicking off on the south end of Military Island.
James primes the nade. That's not going to connect though. Only 2 remaining for Infantry Clan. Now Yang and Bolyang. Envy have made it across. Nalos did leave the crossroads, so Pat Caps and Moody, they'll be safe for now. VC pushing into Novo. And of course, though, speaking of safe, considering their point tally already, it's fair to say they're looking quite comfortable to progress to next weekend. Only a couple more points probably required, but they'll be feeling comfortable for Team Liquid. This is a decent start. They probably feel like they've got 2 kills sitting right in front of them. Nice knockdown from Jempty. Only 1 more remaining, and then Team Liquid can double up their kill count here in the game of match 3.
Yeah, they have to know that there's at least only 1 here, as I believe they got both of the other 2 kills. So that being the 3rd down, James gets taken so very low. Xiao Yang doing what he can to stay alive a little bit longer. Infantry needs a lot of points here. Oh, Patcap's going down again to his own.
Moody's not there to get the revive either. Patcaps is basically done for. Moody's down at Crossroads. Isco's just crossed the bridge for Detonator. Xiao Yang holding on for Infantry Clan, and now they're going to start to push up the stairwell. It's Jempty, but Jempty was there to help out. Never mind, it was James. But still, Infantry Clan out in 16th position. They will remain in the bottom 8.
Jeeves with the fastest Tommy gun in the West, making sure that that flush could not come out. Infantry.
As Microfry is just in front for Rumblers. There goes Athletico. And exactly as I said, they're going to go down south. And I think this will end up working much better for them rather than the congestion of military base.
That is actually, I feel like, a really smart play here for Athletico while they have the opportunity trying to make their way up to this, because it's a lot more difficult to make your way out of the base than it is to make your way in, I feel. So
what they don't want to do, though, is take essentially a crow crowd fight. Don't stop early outside of the circle and take the fight with GEX, but from the looks of it, that's what they're doing. Fortunately, they land the initial shot and the knockdown onto Kane, so it might getting fired back, but this is the problem. Now you're under pressure, hiding behind trees. That blue zone's moving. You're not inside of the circle. GEX is. They can essentially do what we just saw them do to crow crowd.
Yeah, and Red Canids actually third-partying on this a little bit as well.
They needed to keep moving.
Yeah, it looks like they're agreeing with you. Look, they might be boosting up and then getting into vehicles and making their way in. They have 2 down for Gex now, or GEX, and I think only 1 player remaining. Yeah, Shyway going to go try to get to res here on Kane. Boy, he got that just in time.
Yanis is down, by the way, and will remain down as it's Chris is playing a solo position as the finish off from Microfry. The Athletico continue to move. They've left Zoidmate in the blue. Probably is the anchor to just keep putting pressure on. Jukes is up close. Extreme and Flood. Extreme's going to be careful. It's getting pretty close by to It's Chris. Shyway. There's Jukesy now putting the pressure onto Kane and Shyway. 43 seconds until phase 5. And Flood trying to help out from a different angle. Jukesy needs to find a knock here.
Yeah, I mean, while it is a rough fight here for Athletico, you got to consider the fact that they are in 12th place. They need these points, and this is a fairly easy fight for them to take.
Oh, Jukesy down to 4 health, but he hasn't got a first aid kit. He hasn't. Well, he has apparently. Shyway throws the nade, though. This might be the one to send him down. If he does go down, there's no way he's going to get revived. Zoidmate's down in the blue. Jukesy goes down as well. Shyway, GEX have played this so well. Flood finds a knockdown, but Kane with the trade. Only Extreme remains, and he's not even at the fight. He kept moving forward for placement. Athletico down to 1. And maybe their hopes and dreams of moving to next weekend are on the line here in match 3.
You know, there's just no such thing as an easy fight when it comes to this lobby, when it comes to these teams, as Shyway and the rest of the boys from GEX proving to be an absolutely formidable opponent for Athletico. As we go back and check in on Red Canids, they are just outside of circle. They should be moving their way in, just playing the wall here. But they do have Team Liquid right in front of them.
And credit where credit's due, GEX have basically won 2 big fights.
Huge.
And that's crucial points. That's why they're in the top 5 right now. Red Canids are going to move. And Team Liquid's going to spot them. 5 kills. It's been a bit quiet over the last 7 or so minutes for Team Liquid, but they'll hold their 3-1 bunker split. Jempty up top. Keep an eye on the other bunker. Chris has moved over to the fence line, actually, just south of Team Liquid's bunker, as W-Click still holding
everywhere. I mean, they're holding everywhere. On the entire northwestern part of this circle is being held by somebody from W-Click here, as they're taking shots at Rascal Jester, they're taking shots at AG. I mean, anything that they can spot, they're going to take a shot at here. As we check in on VC, you can see Extreme and Microfry, 2 solo snakes out here that could cause some problems, and now GEX is coming to join the party as well.
Only the 2 kills for Athletico. They need more from this game. Kane and Shyway have moved up for GEX towards Microfry's position. As you said, BC will continue to roam around, but I sense once they hear some shots, maybe from Rumblers or GEX, they might continue to turn their attention there. Tide's now actually spotted Micro from Rumblers. As we over to WCK, Wesker's going to be knocked out. W-Click going to finish off Rascal Jesters. 10 teams remain, 26 alive at the 20-minute mark of match number 3. It's only phase 5, and there's only 26 alive after that chaotic start.
Coming in here, Rascal Jester was your 8th place team. Team Envy, your 7th place team. Both of those guys out now. So a lot of room left here for our squads that are trying to make it above the cut line. Got to have eyes on Team Liquid, obviously. Sitting in last place, still 4 up and the center of the circle. Great positioning here, but can they manage to get some kills off of this? Can they get more points?
Very interesting to see. Extreme pushing in behind GEX, who are about to be collapsed on by essentially all 4 members of VC Gaming. Extreme's essentially made it a 5th. As the nades go forward, GEX shy away is going to be knocked down. Now, I think the best thing for Extreme here would be to try and pick up the 2 kills here onto GX, maybe try and steal him. He got 1, but now he's going to 1 versus 4 against VC Gaming. They've spotted him. Extreme's going to go down just at the bubble. He's not going to get any placement points either. He got the 1 kill, but that will be it. Athletico in 9th. 8 teams remain. Placement points can now start to be distributed for match 3.
Boy, VC is coming up clutch here on the southern side of this circle. 8 kills so far. They've been fighting their way over from the east side all the way down to the south. And now they have to figure out how they're going to make their way into this military base.
Team Liquid aren't going to be finding many kills over the last 10 minutes or so, but it's towards the late game where having the 4 alive is going to prove to be so beneficial, as it's Chris has done a decent job snaking his way towards military base. Amaru Gaming still with 2 alive. And Ski. Red Canids still just trying to maneuver their way through military base.
Chris doing a good job of staying alive, as you said. He is getting protection from this Team Liquid squad, albeit unknowingly, from the boys in blue. So they are just taking shots at whatever's in front of them. They can't see what's on their backside here, but Chris is just going to be perfectly fine with that.
Well, speaking of the boys in blue, the other team in blue, W-Click, are probably going to have to crash their way into the circle. And what better place to try and crash than the North bunker, which just got Jempty in it. Jempty's in a solo position right now as VC Gaming might make that push. Here comes It's Chris, has to reload. Summon's going to be knocked down. There's also shots coming from Red Canids as well. VC Gaming lose tight to Cherry Poppin of Rumblers. Raptor's eliminated. Chris is gone in 8th position for G2. It's a placement point. It's something. But what has been so far a disastrous PGC for G2?
That was a very ambitious crash there from VC as we check the replay of Waldo in the
This was a good
sniper battle here. Look at this. Boom, right off the bike. Sit down, sir. Nice little shot there as we check back in on the Sun Sister squad trying to make their way into the circle. They have Gaba has already made it to the bunker, but Faishan is in some serious trouble. Is now Liquid going to turn their attention towards W-Click?
Obviously Zera steals the kill onto Reeboks. Team Liquid now, it's going to be probably phase 7 onwards where you want to start finding these kills and really tallying it up as Jempty and James collect a double onto W-Click. Top 5 for Liquid. They're making the comeback. Don't count out Liquid just yet. Here for match 3 of day 3. They move up to 13th position on 28 points. It's only an 8-point gap between them and safety.
Worth noting that VC, despite that insane crash earlier, only losing 1 in the process, they managed to get the other reses up here. Red Canids still taking long-range shots. They do manage to get Faishan to actually, Cherry Poppin going to get Faishan down. Gaba, are you actually going to go for this res? That is ambitious, but he might be able to get away with it. I don't know. There's a little bit of a ledge there that he can work with.
Team Liquid have played this so well, not allowing any teams to crash Jempty's bunker at all. They denied W-Click, they denied Sun Sisters. Cherry Poppin picks up the double. Rumblers have done well with that too. It's a feed again for Team Liquid.
There we go.
And the interesting thing that might happen here eventually is if VC Gaming can deal with Red Canids, they can actually get on top of the bunker of Team Liquid, but Jempty can then spot them from the other bunker. The problem is Jempty has to leave his bunker. Going into this now phase 7, and not only that, Rumblers need to make their way somewhere as well. So once this blue zone comes in, Poro, there's not a lot of room for teams outside of Team Liquid.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, Rumbler's obviously in a really, really bad position right now. Jempty needing to stay where he's at for right now because he's pretty much the only thing keeping VC from crashing over the top of the bunker here onto the rest of the Liquid squad. Cherry actually just hopping in the vehicle. He's going to push right on top of Jempty's location. It should be...
It's not in.
Yeah, it's not... Ooh, yeah, you can see it just on your mini-map. It's just outside here.
You might be able to find a rock or something, but
yeah,
it's not really the location you want to be at.
It's barely. As you see, DJ Boy coming up over the top. See what he can spot out here. They know that Liquid is in there. And look at this, the smoke wall coming down for Red Canids. Nicely played so far, but they're going to have to be ducking and dodging bullets from VC and TL here.
Samty with a knockdown onto Rocky Zero, but it's a matter of who actually picks up the eliminations. Well, it's a combination of both. Samty got one, VC got the other two. VC are steamrolling through this stage. Cannot be understated. 3 teams remain. Rumblers with 2.
But you know what? That's actually good news for people in the bottom 8. You
Exactly
want to see
right.
VC. You want to see Rumblers taking more of these points away because that kind of keeps everything a little bit closer.
Heavy.
Yeah, top heavy, and keeps things closer towards the center and bottom of the leaderboard here. So we'll see what VC can come up with here from the top.
For Team Liquid, though, this has sort of been what they have been waiting for over their past 8 or 9 games that we saw from yesterday and today. Finally, they get a chance where they can play their game, and they've got 4 alive. They've got 8 kills. But now they're going to deal with VC, who are not an easy opposition here. Not only that, but Rumblers as well are still around.
Yeah.
Watching the front entrance of this bunker.
You see Rumblers just kind of hanging out, just barely inside circle. Nothing really showing here. And okay, while we'll land right on top of Liquid again. VC, I imagine, would just kind of sit here and wait this out.
So VC don't have to do anything.
Exactly.
The only thing they've really got to do is make sure they're not peeking so that the other bunker can see them, but also making sure that Team Liquid don't actually make their way out of this bunker. If they can keep them trapped in, Molotovs, frag grenades, they can really put the pressure on from above and from outside the bunker.
Well, the interesting thing is we keep cutting to these VC players. I see smoke grenades.
Empty.
I don't see a whole lot of other utility other than that as far as grenades go. So Jempty, actually, you kidding me?
He's making the death run, and it's working because VC are not holding the top.
Nobody even shot it.
Rumblers are just trying to stay alive. Jempty's made it all the way to the bunker. He's done a nudie run, and he hasn't been caught.
It's like that you see the World War II movie where the guy runs across the trenches and nobody even takes a shot at him. That was Jempty right there. And Ibisa's going to find out.
It might get stolen here, and it does.
And DJ Boy with the steal. That's
every point matters, Burrow.
It absolutely does. But once again, VC.
Cherry might deny points here too. I mean, at this point, you've got to realize now Team Liquid are out. VC did not actually trap them in because they held so far back. Nice knockdown onto Domu from Jempty. They've got the numbers advantage. It's 4 versus 2. Team Liquid are returning. Do not count out Team Liquid. 11 kill win. They have returned.
That is what we've been wanting to see, what the fans have been wanting to see, what they have wanted to see for quite some time. And this is the thing, when you have that one good game, that's going to turn things all the way around. I would not be surprised at all to see Liquid start turning things up here in the last 3 remaining games.
You couldn't ask for a bigger platform to build on for the final games coming up, the final 3 games of the elimination stage. Team Liquid have certainly announced their return here at PGC. No 2 ways about it.
Well played from front to back. They did everything they needed to do. Everything was according to plan. It was clean. It was clutch. From the very first rotation until the last team fight. That is the Liquid that we are used to seeing.